Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So Lonnie around here losing her mind. Eli, Julie, the rest of the family, Chanel, Paulina, they want her to continue to lose her mind. If it weren't for Lonnie saying, no, I'm putting on my grown woman panties, I'm going to go ahead and go to the police and confess. Like, y'all don't see that this is killing her. Y'all basically want this woman to lose her mind, lose grip on reality just to keep a lie a secret. And like Abe said, she was basically defending herself. Basically, Paulina was about to get beat up by that man again. That was self-defense. As a cop, she had the right to stop that. She didn't have the right to do it that way, but she went that way because she seen her dad on the ground, bleeding from his head. Didn't know if he was dead or gone or unconscious. She didn't know what was going on. So, are we really going to sit here and pretend that as a cop, she sees somebody about to get assaulted, she seen her dad on the ground bleeding from his head, she don't know if he dead, alive, unconscious, still got a pulse, none of that. And you gonna mean to tell me that Lonnie gonna get punished for this? And Eli, I think I'm most pissed at you I think I'm more pissed at you than I am Paulina. I understand Paulina's motive for not letting this come out and basically telling Lonnie to shut up. What is your excuse, Eli? It's just like you want it to happen both ways. You happy the man gone. You glad he out of y'all lives. But you want to sit there and let your wife suffer knowing your wife suffering. You a cop. Y'all both cops. Why would you want your wife to suffer again? Like, that can be easily explained, that scene. Yeah, she shouldn't have shot that man, but in a situation like that, and I'm a cop, and I see my dad on the ground dead, and then I see my mama up there like this scared, and I ain't gonna shoot. There's something wrong with you, Eli, at this point, because I would rather take whatever gonna happen and run with it and try to get my wife the best defense possible than to sit there, lie, keep the snowball, keep rolling down the hill until it crash into me and kill us all, than to sit here and try to salvage some type of plea deal, some type of something that can come up or we can come with together to try to get Lonnie out of this mess. Like, I never understood why you was so hard and you was going so up against her telling the truth when you see your wife losing her mind. She talking to people that's not in the room with her. She's literally arguing with a figment of her imaginations. She literally fighting her dreams right now. And you want your wife to continue to suffer because you don't want her to go to jail because you think in your mind, Mr. FBI, that there's no way that y'all can get Lonnie out of this. And like Abe said, she didn't commit no crimes. There was no crimes committed there. She's a cop. She responded the way she's supposed to, holding her gun out, ready for whatever that happened. And if something happened, deal with it the way she had to deal with it. I'm trying to figure out in my head, why are you going to the worst when it comes to your wife and that she shot that man? When you are a cop, you was Mr. FBI. They hyped you up so hard. That's why I ride that FBI mess with you so hard. Because when the first couple of days we saw you, oh, Mr. FBI, oh, Mr. Fancy Cop over here. So, with your slow Salem PD skills and your FBI skills, you can come up with a good lie or a good excuse to try to get your wife out of this situation. Besides sit there lying, letting Paulina take the fall for this. knowing if Paulina did, she can do some hard time, knowing she will see half of that hard time she might get just because y'all trying to throw it on her. Besides coming clean and letting Lonnie take whatever happened, whether she gets suspended or not. And another thing, how many of you cops have gotten away with murder anyways? Now, I hate to bring up Hope in this situation, but I'm going to use Hope as an example. Are we forgetting that Hope killed 2 people as a cop? Are we forgetting that Hope took sleeping pills around him, busting people upside the head and was robbing them, acting like she was a totally different person around here, robbing them blind? Are we totally forgetting that Hope, the one that did several crimes when she was a cop? If Hope can get away with it, what makes you think it's the end of the world for Lonnie? All Lonnie did was defend her people, her mom and her dad on the ground, don't know if he dead or not. And we looking at, oh, Lonnie can do some prison time, oh, Lonnie can do some hard time, oh, Lonnie gonna be away from her family. Really, Eli? So you go to the worst possible narrative in your mind that you can go to when it comes to your wife and what she could be facing. But if you stop down and think about it and look at the situation, Lonnie can easily get away with this. But you want to go to the worst part and the worst state of possibility. Oh, she gonna get hard time. Oh, she gonna be away from the twin. Oh, you gonna be away from... Really, Eli? Like, Eli, me and you really have a hate-love relationship when it comes to you, because you don't use your brain when your brain needed. When you need to use your brain, you never use it, in my opinion. What makes you think your wife gonna face hard time for this? And how many cops we done seen got away with murder, literally? Well, we looking at the worst possible thing for Lonnie. Even A wasn't shocked to say, oh, we can get her out of that with no problem. We can do this, we can do that. Basically, she went with self-defense. She ain't gonna do no time. You got the mayor literally on your side, and you still begging and pleading with your wife, besides letting her set herself free from this lie. You want to continue to go along with the lie and let your wife get even more crazier. Eli, sometimes I cannot and I will not with you. I just really can't. I try to like you, really I do. I really, really do. But this time, it's not making any sense to me why you want your wife to suffer and lose her mind, when obvious Abe already done told you, if push come to shove, Lonnie ain't gonna serve no time in jail. Ain't nothing really gonna happen to Lonnie. Even after hearing this out of Abe's mouth, you really gonna go down to the police station with her. Oh, please don't sign this. Oh, please don't sign these papers. You know if they sign this paper, that basically the end. I mean, I sat there and look at that scene, I'm like, now you gonna sit there and still beg and plead with your wife, and you got the mayor basically telling you his daughter is not gonna do any time, ain't nothing gonna happen to Lonnie, and you still down there begging on your hands and knees. I wish Lonnie would have slapped you and told you, wake up. My dad said basically ain't nothing gonna happen to me. So why are you so upset? Why are you mad? Why? And that phony mess at the wedding where everybody holding their hand or the problem to keep quiet. We got Goody Two Shoes Eric there. We got a videographer there. And you never know who lurking, because somebody always lurking around Salem to try to find some secret to try to blackmail you with. So you mean to tell me out of a room full of people and one goody two-shoes priest, this secret wasn't going to come out, even if all y'all agreed to not talk about it? Come on now, y'all done been in Salem all y'all lives. Y'all ought to know by now. Just cause y'all raised y'all hand and said we won't tell, trust me, I'm pretty sure somebody was nearby close, heard it all, probably seen it all, hiding in the bushes, lurking, waiting to blackmail Lana or one of y'all with this. Come on now, y'all didn't live in Salem long enough. I was waiting to see if y'all really gonna go along with this vow that we gonna keep quiet about this and watch somebody come on and blackmail y'all like a Leo Stark or somebody come blackmail y'all for money. I'm done. Belle and Sean and that girl Jan. Sean, you is one crazy behind delusional person. There's a difference than being there for the mother of your child and being there and being concerned for your child, your alleged child that's really not yours, but you don't know this, what you're going to find out soon enough. Maybe even by next week you're going to end up finding out, I think. Don't quote me on that. I haven't read this week or this upcoming week spoilers yet. So you're going to find out soon enough that Jan was taking you for another ride. And this was another one of Jan's stunts to break you and Belle up per usual. Sean, my question is for you is, why are you falling for the okie doke? Why are you letting Jan jerk you, manipulate you, and play with your head like this? Do you not see that you're about to lose your wife? EJ this close from having sex with your wife. This close. And you still run around here being for Jan. You still concerned. You done got caught so many times in awkward situations with this woman. It's just like you done put all the crazy stuff she done did to you and your wife. And it's just like you're a concerned father right now. When you shouldn't put your guard down with an alligator like that with teeth that can bite you at any second. But you seem to let your guard down and you seem to let Jan do whatever she wants to you, and it's just like you don't care. So, Belle, well, I would say Jan, go ahead and get EJ. You didn't try, you didn't kiss him almost 3 times by now. Go ahead and get EJ, but now that Sammy back in town, those plans are not going to go as planned. So, speaking of Sammy, we got Lucas over here. You know what? Like I said, Lucas, I wish I could find a single, Pope Lucas for you. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I wish I could find a Pope Lucas for you, but I'm sorry. I cannot and I will not. First of all, you basically getting away with murder right now. Second of all, the whole month or couple of more, 2 months or however long you was in Italy with Sammy, Chad was in Salem taking the heat for you. You got no type of heat, no type of pressure, no concerns, no worries. You had Chad sweating as hard as you sweating now. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for you right now? That now you got some pressure on your chest? I wish I would feel sorry for you, Lucas. In fact, I'm enjoying this too much, a little bit too much, I may add, because, like I said, you wanted Sammy, you got Sammy back, now you deal with it. That's why I said, I'm glad you in town, and now you able to feel that same pressure Chad had to feel with the whole Sammy kidnapping. While you was sitting back there in the lap of luxury in Italy with Sammy, we had Chad here taking all the pressure, all the blame, all the guilt from there, because he helped you lie and then continue to cover up the lie for you. And then you had your mama up here also taking the blame and the pressure for you. So now you're taking pressure. You want somebody to feel sorry for your drunken behind. That you decided to get drunk one night and you don't know what happened to the part of the movie that when you got drunk, what happened. All I can say for you, Lucas, is I hope you wasn't the one that killed Sammy, because your mom Sammy, that you wasn't the one that killed Abigail, because if you are, I don't think it's going to be, send him off to rehab and let him get help like they did Philip. It ain't going to be none of that. Like I said, I wish I would feel sorry for you. I really wish I could or would. I wish I can or would find a piece of an ounce of sympathy for you. At this point, you squirming and I loving it. You don't know if you coming or going at this point, and I'm here for it. You deserve all that and more. And if I was Chad, I'd come to you and say, you feel that pressure? Remember the first week of Sammy kidnapping, that whole trial we had where EJ got sentenced. Up until that time, EJ got sentenced and sent off to prison. Yeah, I had to deal with all that them following weeks and months. Now it's your turn to deal with it. You have fun with it, Lucas. Clyde versus EJ is getting good. I'm here for it, but I can't be too excited before because we already know when it comes to Clyde don't play fair, and you know Clyde got goons everywhere. I think Clyde downfall gonna be is that jury because you trust Leo, and I'm surprised and shocked you didn't recognize or realize that was Abigail Jury, but you took it from Leo, telling him and promising him that you know a guy that hindered and stolen jewels, and you can help him get the cash for that. And then here you go putting on your girlfriend Nancy, like Chad. Anybody that's close to Abigail not gonna recognize that jury. So yeah, Clyde, you done messed up. And now that EJ on your behind, I just hope and pray that EJ, if y'all do start the battling and y'all start this war, I just hope this time you come out clean and you don't come up like Abigail this time around or shot in the back again. I just hope and pray that you come out of this clean. Judging by the way Belle running her mouth, it's not looking good for you, EJ. You trust the wrong person to tell this type of business to. And Belle already running off at the mouth on it, telling people that you dangerous and that they shouldn't trust you and that you really not, straight and narrow as you playing as you are because you on parole. So I think Belle finna mess it up for you, and I think trouble is coming around the corner. Gwen and Ava. Now see, Gwen, I didn't think you was a suspect. Ava didn't open our eyes, and I meant to do that video that day. I said, nah, I'll wait. Hopefully they'll give me more. I need more from that scene, but they didn't give me what I needed to push to do that video that day. So you was out, huh, Gwen? Just when I thought you wasn't a suspect, you become my number one suspect. I said it was either you or Lucas. Now that I realized that you was out and you was hot and furious at Abigail and you done killed their grandmama, y'all can say accident all y'all want to. She killed that woman in cold blood. She made that woman slip and bust her head. If she wouldn't have grabbed that woman's wrist and that woman would have to struggle to get from out her clutch, that woman wouldn't have fell and bust her head. I'm calling it cold blood and murder. But y'all can call it whatever y'all want to. You don't hold nobody's wrist, and then they got to sit there and fight their way out of it, which made that woman lose her balance and bust her head. If it wasn't for Gwen messing with that woman's arm if it wasn't for Gwen grabbing that woman's wrist like she did, and that woman wouldn't have to struggle or do none of this stuff, pull away from that girl and ended up busting her head, that woman would still be alive still to this day. So I'm calling it murder. Y'all can call it whatever I want to. And she have killed before. But you my number one now. I said might be Drunken Lucas, but now that we know you was out, and you was out during that time frame thanks to Ava, you're my number one. For sure, absolutely. Unless Clyde did it, or unless somebody else did it, it's either you or Lucas. And Lucas, like I said, I'm still a little, when it comes to Lucas might did it, but I think it was you because you had all the motive. You was already pissed at her because she ruined your wedding and then sent you to prison. Then on top of it, Abigail put salt in the wounds by breaking your little mug for your dad Father's Day. Yeah, it was you. It was absolutely you. And I'm glad Ava said, oh, you was out during that time. And Ava said, I'm done with you. Ava, you better get out while you still got time to breathe. Because if you don't, honey, she gonna have you going down with her and gonna throw you all under the bus, having you looking like a fool in the same process, in the same breath. Um, let's see. Victor, Nancy, who was it? Victor, Nancy, Bonnie, Maggie. That whole scene was a hot mess. I mean, it wasn't really funny, but I'm just glad that somebody was able to defend Chloe, at least defend her, because you already know Victor don't like Chloe, and you already know when it comes to her, she every name in the book besides Chloe. So it was not to see him try that in front of Nancy, and Nancy shut him up real quick. I don't know why he think Lucas is an angel. I mean, Philip is an angel. Philip or Brady is an angel. But you notice them, he hold them to a high pedestal. But when it comes to Chloe, oh, she, you know, she the S word, she's a W word, she every word under the sun. So it was nice to see that somebody was actually there to defend Chloe, and you know, Nancy wasn't here for him. Even though they ruined Poe Bunny little game she had going on with Nancy, he ruined all that because Maggie was over and then Maggie wanting to, do something to get her mind off of all the death that's going on in Salem. And then on top of it, that happened with her daughter, and now Abigail, she just wanted the fun little game. Too bad Victor don't know when to shut up and when to leave stuff alone, or know when to control himself or help himself. So it was a nice scene for us. Nancy, you already know what you're gonna get when it comes to Victor. So I don't know what to tell you there. That's about it, I think. Yeah, that's about it. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all morning. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.